Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Specifically, welcome to my bathroom, and even more specifically, welcome to my bathtub, my shower. Today's video is going to be an exciting one. I am actually going to be scanning all of my skincare, starting with what I keep in the shower, because this is where I do like most of my evening skincare when I do like a body rinse before bed or like wash my hair, blah blah blah. If you're new here, my name's Elise. I don't always start my videos in the bathtub, but today's video is an exception. My content is more focused on elevated living, conscious consumption, and being mindful of our impact that we have on the planet. Now, one of the unique challenges I find that I'm always facing when it comes to beauty and skincare and even fashion, which you guys know all about, is that I struggle to find brands that are fairly priced, that are good for the planet and good for my skin and just overall general health. The issue that I run up against is that sometimes things can be really good for your skin, but then they're awful for the planet and just have so many chemicals in it that like it has great benefits, but it's actually not holistically that good for you because it's so chock full of chemicals. In today's video, I'm going to be using the Yuka app to be scanning all of my skincare products. Also, let me know if you guys would like me to do this with all of my makeup products. That would be a much longer video, but I am dying to see what I'm using on my face. The Yuka app rates things based on their content, and it shows you what can be harmful. If you guys watch Skincare with Hiram, he actually has done something similar to this. I don't think he did his entire skincare collection, but just was basically trying different products and scanning and rating them. His gripe with this is that it will show you harmful chemicals, but it's acting as if like that's the majority ingredient, when in reality, if they're used in moderation, they can be really good for you. There's kind of two sides of the coin of like, you can't demonize all skincare ingredients, but it is really good to know which ones to watch out for and which ones, if they're high on the ingredient label list, you should kind of steer clear from. I have been doing my research, especially when it comes to skincare. I'm able to use that up so much faster than makeup that I have been replacing things with better options, better alternatives. Even if it's like marginally better, I still think it's better for my skincare and my health and the planet, so I'm going to do so. And this is how I vet like new brands, basically. If they have like green claims, I'm gonna put that down. But isn't this glass so cute? I got these off Facebook Marketplace. It kind of like gives me banana vibes. If a brand claims to be really good for the environment, great, that's one thing, but how good is it for my skin? They're not always mutually exclusive. So finding a brand that has really good sustainability practices and then putting it through the Yuka app and seeing if it passes that is always top of mind for me. But I found what's super difficult is products that even pass good rating on Yuka app in the first place. Let it be known that I have paid for the premium version of Yuka, and what I love about this app so much, this isn't sponsored or anything, these are just like completely my own thoughts. I started doing this with food first, but then I really love doing it with skincare and beauty. So what they do is they are completely independently run. Think of like independent journalism. They don't have any ads, they don't get commission from any products, so they are completely independent of any sort of revenue streams influencing their ratings, which I love in this day and age. It's so hard to come by when everything is monetized. So I paid for the premium version where I'm able to get things and like ingredient labels and ratings offline, and then also I'm able to like look them up. I don't have to have the product in front of me. And I think I paid like $10 for the annual subscription. Like, it's really nothing. So if you guys like this app and you want to contribute to more independent ratings and things not being swayed by revenue streams, I think Yuka is a really good place to start. And like $10 is nothing, or maybe I even paid 20. Like, it was very minimal for what I'm getting in return, which is health and wellness, which has no price tag you can put on that. So let's get into it. I'm gonna start with my nighttime skincare because we're in the shower, and then I'm gonna reverse into like daytime and then kind of everything else. First things first, I'm gonna start with my Bioderma oil cleanser. I use this twice. I will cleanse once to get all the like makeup off, and then sunscreen, and then another one for like deeper dirt and oil. I really love this stuff. I love how it feels. It's great for sensitive skin. And Yuka says that it is excellent. 86 out of 100. I love this stuff so much. I buy it essentially in bulk at like CVS and Walgreens. While it's not like a sustainable brand per se, I do find that buying things bigger in bulk and purchasing them less often with less packaging waste is a good place to start. For any of the products that I'm mentioning, if you do have a sustainably minded or eco-conscious brand that you would like to recommend, let me know down below. I'd love that. Up next, we have this CeraVe Balancing Air Foam Cleanser. I bought this to replace my Cetaphil Everyday Cleanser and thought the foam would be fun to try out, and I have normal to combination skin, so this seemed like it'd be perfect for me. So let's see what Yuka has to say about her. Wow, another excellent 86 out of 100. I feel like CeraVe, however you want to pronounce it, does offer a lot of like neutral, good skincare. I wish it was a little bit more sustainably focused. If you have any recommendations, please let me know down below. Still being conscious of price point, I'm not gonna buy like La Mer price tagged skincare when I could have something from CeraVe that does just as well. This next one I'm a little nervous for. It is the Dermalogica Daily Exfoliant, Micro Exfoliant, let me just say, because you don't want to be exfoliating your face every day. I'm not sure what could be in here that's not great, but I'm sure something. I'm sure Yuka will find it. There's no barcode on this. You know what? There's probably a barcode on the actual box itself, but fear not. What we can do is search. So let's search Dermalogica. Interesting. It is a 91 out of 100. That is the highest ranking thing here so far. The only thing that it like kind of flags is salicylic acid, which is at a low risk, and then limonene. Oh, it's a fragrance. Interesting. I didn't think that this was fragranced, but okay, cool. And then my last product that we're gonna scan. This is actually something I use in the morning. I just keep it in the shower because I don't know why I keep it in the shower, I just do. Anyway, I use my Panoxyl mostly in the morning for something just a little bit stronger after I've been sleeping overnight with all my oils on my face. Let me know if you relate. Panoxyl. Overall, it's giving me a good rating. Acne Foaming Wash. Yeah, this is Acne Foaming Wash. It gets a good 72 out of 100, which I'm surprised about because I've had this for a really long time, honestly. I've had like so many different variations of Panoxyl and benzoyl peroxide wash. I just did not think that this would be so good, but it does make sense because it is dermatologist recommended. That's why I've had so many in the past. My dermatologist always recommend it for active acne specifically, and that's why I like to tackle my face with that in the morning first thing. And the only thing low risk is benzoyl peroxide, which makes sense. That makes me feel really good because I'm actually almost out of this, and I will be repurchasing this most likely unless I can find something more sustainably focused that also rates just as high, if not higher. Now, you guys might know I'm doing a nothing new challenge for 2026, so basically I'm only trying to buy secondhand things, but I will say when it comes to skincare, that's not a risk I'm willing to take in case there's been some sort of like exposure to bacteria and it could possibly cause an infection or some sort of damage to my skin. I will be repurchasing things as I need them. This may not be something that I immediately need. I'm going to try to rotate in a different kind of morning cleanser, and then if I find, okay, I'm breaking out like crazy, I actually do need this in my routine, I will repurchase it, but I'm like a few uses away from being done. That is all for what's in my shower that I use at night. I am a night showerer. Let me know if that's controversial. I just feel like it's gross to get into bed, kind of dirty. Now I'm going to move you guys over to my medicine cabinet, which is very juicy, and I'm sure a few more things in there are not great for me.
How requirements are identified, how analysts gather,
What?
and why this step is often make or break.
Babe, your lecture is on my computer. I was freaking out. I was like, who hacked my computer? Moving on. Honestly, I just thought about it. It's probably pretty gross that I have an open container in the bathroom, but I have a coffee addiction, so. Moving on to the worldwide medicine cabinet. This is where a lot of the magic happens or doesn't happen. We're about to find out. With my handy dandy Yuka, we're gonna scan everything in here. I'm gonna show you guys kind of in the order that I use things. So let me take it all out. Of my supplemental skincare, of course. I mean, there are some things you don't want to use all the time, so I do rotate them like in and out. That is low-key a lot of skincare. So let's pretend it's the morning. I just washed my face. Sometimes I actually did stop doing this in the morning now that I'm running out of it. I'll do this in the evening after I wash my face, but that's the Thayer's. I was like, I cannot read French. It was on the other side. English is on the other side, so great. Okay. Hydrating Milky Toner with snow mushroom and hyaluronic acid. I got this when I was on Accutane. It's been at least a year or almost a year of having this product and using it day and night and still having a lot. I've used the Laneige Milky Toner as well. I feel like those would be comparable, and this is a drugstore variation and option. And this gets a rating of 47. Poor. That's not great. So let's see what's in here. It's something I can't pronounce. Phenothianoxanol, phenoxyethanol, duh, obviously. Okay, moderate risk. But let's see, you know what's crazy is I haven't even taken like the little free sample off. It is pretty low on the ingredient list, so I do think that this is something that I shouldn't be too worried about. But this is what I'm talking about, is like Thayer's is, in my mind, it's not like a natural organic brand, but it's cruelty free. I would think that it's more environmentally minded, but like I guess not. One of the things here is that it's a pollutant. It's one of the brands that like I appreciate that there's a bit more sustainability at the forefront, and the price is nice and it's decent for your skin, but now I'm kind of like second guessing. I'll probably have to find some sort of replacement for this guy. Next up is this COSRX. Let me know if I'm saying this right or not, because I actually went into an Ulta the other day and I asked the woman, when she asked me if I needed help, I said, yes, can you help me find COSRX aisle section? And then she said Corsix, and I was like, I guess, but it's COSRX, so I call it COSRX, but maybe it's Corsix. Don't know how she said it. I asked her to repeat herself too after she led me there. I was like, how did you pronounce it? Because I don't want to be pronouncing it wrong, but I also have no idea what she said. It sounded like she was speaking Latin. So anyway, this is the 6 peptide skin booster. Let's see what she's got for me. There's a QR code, but this might be something I have to look up again. 6 peptide, okay. Okay, cool. This one gets a 79 out of 100. Excellent. It has polyquaternium 51 and disodium EDTA. There's no ingredient list on the bottle. It's probably in the little pamphlet in the box or on the back of the box. But I do really love this product in general. I just feel like it helps keep my oil under control. It helps like fine lines, making my skin more plump, feel more regulated. I really love what this does. So I will happily keep this in rotation. Okay, we've got a lot of COSRX, if I'm even saying that correctly, in front of us. So let's get through these, because now I feel good about the brand. This is a Korean skincare brand, so I do feel like they are a little bit ahead of the curve when it comes to skincare. Let's see, the Snail Mucin Power Essence. Oof, this gets a 45 out of 100. And it has the same phenoxyethanol that the Thayer's had in it as well, the toner. So I'm thinking that is something I should really keep an eye out for. Again, it is potential allergen, irritant, potential endocrine disruptor, and pollutant. Now I want to talk about the endocrine disruption for a second, if I can get up on my soapbox, which I will. The whole reason I downloaded Yuka in the first place, or like really got into it, was food. right? I just feel like the American food and health system is so jacked up beyond belief that we're ingesting poison basically on a daily basis. And like big agriculture is a thing. Like we are eating things kind of out of alignment with what us as human beings should be eating. Like we really shouldn't be having fruits that are out of season, or so much red meat, or even so many carbs, or so many things that are just full of saturated fats. Like we should be having more simple, more in tune with nature food, right? So that's the whole reason I got into Yucca, to just help me make better food choices. And then again, I fell into the beauty side of it. Sometimes I get newsletters from them, right? And they were talking about a study done with women who were having insane hormone disruptions, that once they stopped using certain beauty products and skincare products, that those issues, not that they fully resolved and went away, but they definitely diminished in terms of how much they were being impacted. And I was absolutely mind blown by that, which is why I was like, I love the work that Yucca is doing to kind of make this a bit more transparent for consumers. That's why I love this app so much. Again, not sponsored or anything, but I just am so very here for it. Off the soapbox now. Let's see, I have this snail mucin gel or cream. Oh, that's a gel cleanser. Okay, they have a lot of snail products, as you can see. Oh, this is it. 43 out of 100. It gets a pore rating again for the same phenoxyethanol product or ingredient. I'm glad I figured out how to say that, even if I'm butchering it, because it's probably going to come up a lot in this video. So yeah, I again can't see where this falls on the ingredient list in these two products, but I should be looking for a replacement. And in all honesty, once I use these two things up, I don't think I'm gonna bring them back into my skincare routine. These are two steps I am completely fine with eliminating rather than replacing. Okay, then we have their oil-free ultra moisturizing lotion with birch sap. I cannot scan it. I don't know why I even tried. Ooh, okay. This one gets an excellent rating, 86 out of 100. So cool. This is without harmful parabens and without a harmful UV filter. And honestly, none of their ingredients look like they cause any sort of adverse side effects. They're all risk-free. Great to see. Next up is my daily sunscreen. I love the glow this gives me, and it also works really well as a base for makeup, and that's the Avene Mineral Sunscreen SPF 50, UVA, UVB, broad spectrum, blah, 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 blah. Enough words. And okay, this gets an 81 out of 100. The only ingredients that are kind of at risk, but they're low risk, are zinc oxide and tridecyl salicylate. I did take a lot of chemistry. You wouldn't be able to believe it though. I love this stuff and I'm happy I'm not gonna have to replace it. I feel like, personally speaking, if you're into environmentalism and you understand the impact sunscreen can have, you might have already done a decent bit of research on what sunscreens are good for the environment. And because humans are part of nature, we're part of the environment, they are in turn good for you. So I feel proud that I do have an SPF that I can stick to because I do really love it and continue to repurchase. Lastly, this is my nighttime cream, or one of them I should say, and it's the Hyaluronic Acid Intensive Cream, again by Cosrx, however you want to pronounce it. This one also gets an excellent, wow, so proud. Okay, so like half and half for Cosrx. I guess the snail things are just really not great for me. So once those are done, I'm done with them. This is great. This is also not got anything insane in it that I should be worried about, which is really great. And again, it's K-Beauty, so I do feel like they're ahead of the curve on a lot of these skincare things, and they're not just like giving you a chock full of like chemical concoction that's actually hurting your kidneys. So love that. And now over here in this corner, weighing in at about 1.5 pounds, 4 inches tall, we have miscellaneous skincare. So I do have pimple patches. I'm curious to see if these scan. These are just the hydrocolloid, which is more like a Band-Aid, literally, solution. And then these are the intensive ones that actually have salicylic acid in them, and I think tea tree oil. So let's see what these are all about. I did actually just buy this red pouch because I figured I'm having active breakouts and I don't love that. And these are the only things that I found really work for me. So let's see. Okay, great. They do scan and they do get an excellent rating, which is really good to see. The only thing here that it flags the salicylic acid as a low risk. I am not surprised by that because it could be overdone. So that's nice to see. Okay. And then this does not have a rating, I guess because there's no active ingredients in it, which is good to know. This does not have a barcode on it. I wish I could scan it. I'm pretty sure these are from Amazon. Rose eye mask. This has come in like bridal pouches and bachelorette trip pouches, and like I've used them once and they did feel really nice, but I was wondering if I could like see what they're made out of, mostly because it says pure natural on the back, good for earth equals good for skin, and it says vegan and has a recycling sign. So I just wanted to put this to the test and see if it really was good for my skin, but there's no barcode. So let me see if I can search it up. I don't have high hopes though. It has a really weird name. Yeah. Okay, actually Yuka does have it, which is crazy. Puami Rose Eye Mask, remove dark circle and wrinkle. It gets a poor rating, 47 out of 100. Again, it's that ethanol that's in there, and then also propylene glycol, which I guess gives it that like sticky kind of like feeling. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like slick kind of like feeling. So okay, I'm not super surprised by that. And it also does have rose extract or rose aroma, rose fragrance, which I definitely smell. And just fragrance in general, I try to stay away from. I'm not a huge fan of, but especially by the eye area. This is something I might give away or just use and never repurchase for myself. I have some Peach and Lily products, which is also K-Beauty. These also do not have barcodes on the back, so I'm going to scan them really quickly. This is the Rescue Party Barrier Comfort Cream, and then this is the Power Cocktail Lactic Acid Repair Serum. So let's see how those stack up. It's interesting because there are two side by side. One's a serum that gets a poor rating, and then the actual cream itself gets an 86 out of 100 excellent rating. So that's good to see. I do like this stuff. This actually came for free in an Ulta package I had one time, which is crazy. And I've been using it for when I have like skin barrier disruption or more breakouts or just like super dry skin. So this has been good for that. Let's look at the serum. Okay, interesting. This lactic acid serum gets a 49 out of 100 for hydrogenated polydecene. I don't know what that is, but it's a pollutant. Okay. Ooh, it's from petroleum-derived compounds, which is like the first thing that sticks out to me. Not my favorite thing to hear ever, but I did get this to help with like skin texture resurfacing and like bringing fresh skin to the surface. Might have to look into something to replace this when it's done. Oof. Sometimes when I read into this stuff too much, it like actually freaks me out. So I just like to know if it's good or bad and then move on. Moving on. I have actually tried to look this up before and it's not on Yuka. Wait, oh my God, stop. It is. Wait, that's crazy. Okay, well, this product itself is not on Yuka, but the other ones that are rated excellent. Wait, that's so cool. Okay, I'm glad I just searched the brand name. Earth Harbor Nebula, maybe? No. So I'm gonna continue using this, even though it's probably really, really out of date. My friend actually gave this to me probably in 2018, I'm not gonna lie. Let's see how this Cetaphil stacks up. I have high hopes for this one. Oh my God, this is the first 100 out of 100 that I've seen. Cetaphil Gentle Skin Cleanser. If you don't know, now you know. That's actually crazy. I love that because it's really budget friendly and widely accessible and it's rated really high. That's crazy. I did not expect that. Okay, Blue Lizard Australian Sunscreen. This is kind of like my travel sunscreen. So let's see how this one stacks up. I feel like the Australians also just like know what they're doing when it comes to sunscreen. They're around it all the time. Did I get the baby mineral? No. Okay, I got the Sensitive Mineral Sunscreen, which is 98 out of 100. This I also got from Ulta for like 10 bucks, and it's just a stick sunscreen. I am like basically out of it, but I could definitely dig into the pan and like work it on that way. But no, that's really good to know that this is affordable and it's really good. And I know that the Australians are pretty concerned with our coral reefs, so I feel really good about that. Oh, I forgot I have this little guy hiding. Let's try this bamboo earth. This is not pulling up, unfortunately. They have like some products from this brand which all rate excellent, but nothing that is showing deep sea mud mask. I'm gonna scan this Peter Thomas Roth Water Drench Hyaluronic Cloud Mask Hydrating Gel. See what that gets us. 41 out of 100. Again, the phenolphthalein, you know what I'm trying to say. It's that ethanol in here, but it also has the glycol, menthol, and C142090. What is that? Oh, it's a dye. Okay, that makes sense. Like, I don't really love the idea of dyes. I only have like one use left of this. I'm gonna cut the tube open and like do a facial one night, but that's why I'm hanging on to that. I have these two Laneige little travel size things. I'm pretty sure I got these from like a Sephora birthday kit, and I'm gonna see what they hold for me. So this is the water bank and this is the cream skin peptide toner and moisturizer. Let's start with the toner. Okay, this also gets an excellent rating, 79 out of 100. This also has the disodium EDTA that I've seen before. I did not expect this to rank really high. I don't know, I feel like Laneige is very mass marketed, but I also know like their lip mask is very popular, so I wonder how that stacks up. But that's good to know. I do like the feeling this gives, and this is what I bring when I travel, so I will definitely hang on to it and not toss it out. Not that I ever would in the first place. Okay, now let's look at this water bank moisturizer. Ooh, I like the packaging of this. This gets also a 79 out of 100. Really cool. I didn't really know Laneige had it like that, so that's cool. I love that. I'm not sure how much of this I even have left. Okay, not much. I do like the smell that it smells like nice skincare. It's like, I'm not sure. It's got to have some sort of fragrance, I feel like, or it just smells like skincare, and skincare now to me smells like its own fragrance. Good to know that these options are out there. All right, guys, last thing we're going to look into is lip care. This is Carmex Advanced Repair Moisturizing Lip Balm. I carry one of these with me everywhere I go, and then I also put it on before bed. So let's see if it's killing me slowly or not. This is like so different from the Carmex I grew up with. It's all fancy now. Okay, ooh, pour, because the #1 ingredient is petrolatum, which is so close to petroleum, it's kind of embarrassing. Okay, so let's see what the risks are associated with petrolatum. Mineral oils, #1, potential carcinogen, great, and pollutant, which I saw that part coming. Yeah, Vaseline is a petroleum derivative that belongs to the mineral oil family. It is used as a softener and moisturizer in cosmetic products. In the European Union, it is banned in cosmetics unless the refining process minimizes the presence of toxic impurities. Okay, not great news for me, because this is like something you can easily accidentally ingest. Yeah, okay. I'm just not the kind of person to throw something out because, oh my god, all of a sudden scary, bad, rating. Like, that's not me. It hasn't killed me yet, knock on wood. So I'm going to keep using it until I use it up. That's just how I operate, but I do want to highlight, like, now that I know what's good for me, what's great for me, what's excellent, what's bad, what's poor for me, like, I am not going to continue to repurchase those things. I'm now an informed consumer when it comes to my skincare routine, and we just did basically all of my skincare products that I have in heavy enough rotation to where I'm touching them at least once a month. Of course, I have my daily things that I put on at least once a day or twice a day, and then I have my more like fun things like facials and eye masks and pimple patches and stuff. So it's good to know that at least like the majority of what I have in my possession is not slowly killing me. Some things might be, aka my Carmex, which is like I don't want to throw it away, but like I should definitely replace this with something a little bit better for me. I'm gonna go back in my bathtub because that was a cuter background. We're back in business. The point of this video is not to scare you and make you feel like you have to throw out everything and start from scratch with better for you products. It's just for you to be an informed consumer, and next time you go to the store, after you've already used up all of your things, to just make a better choice than in there, or do research beforehand and kind of beat impulse buys and buy things because they have cute packaging, or it's buy one get one free, or it's a free gift with X amount of dollars spent. And just be more intentional about what's in your possession. And I want to emphasize, don't throw things away just because seemingly they're bad for you if they haven't harmed you yet. Slowly replace them over time. You don't want to just chuck everything into a landfill or hope it's being recycled and just wish for the best. Also, let me know if I should do my makeup next. I feel like that is gonna be interesting if I do. I do think a lot of those products are probably not great for me, and I should really focus on upgrading and replacing my makeup when it becomes time. I mean, you guys know I'm doing Project Pan. I'm doing a no new buy this year, so I am able to work my way through a lot of those products and then replace them very intentionally. This was a good one. This left me with like feeling good about my skincare generally, and then knowing what I should focus on to replace next if I need to and when it comes time to. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. It lets me know that you're enjoying the content, and what lets me know even more is if you subscribe so you can see when I post again. Typically it's every Sunday. I've been pretty good about that so far this year, so also let me know what you guys would like to see from me. I'm always on the hunt for a suggestion. Knowing what you want to see really helps me put out literally what you want to see, so just comment down below. I'll catch you in my next video. Until then, don't forget to be kind to yourself, others, and the planet. Bye!